Welcome to part 2 of my series on Izzy vs Costa. In the last video, we looked at the basic style match of this fight and some areas where Izzy's skill would work in his favour against Costa's game. Let's continue with more focus on Costa. Against Uriah Hall, Costa came out at the start feinting and looking for his shots, but he was quickly turned into an aggressive rusher when he could not get past Hall's jab and hand fighting. Costa elected to walking Hall down looking for fight-ending shots. Here we can see Costa leaving himself exposed, and a striker like Israel may find the finish in these moments, as we've seen before. In the second round, Costa went back to his slower approach, and he began feinting more and coming in behind his slips and cover, and he looked to pin Uriah in place before swarming him rather than just simply chasing after him. But at times, even when behaving himself, Costa is reckless and he still ate a lot of shots in the exchanges en route to his eventual finish. Like other city kickboxing fighters, Izzy prioritises range and distance as defense, and this style has a toll. It relies on a lot of movement, and movement needs energy. As the fight goes on and you are slowed by the tolls of being in a fight, it becomes harder and harder to maintain these exact controls consistently. Looking at Izzy's teammate Dan Hooker, we saw in the first rounds of his fight against Paul Felder that executed correctly and with a full gas tank and a clear mind, having control of the range and distance of the fight and being committed to movement is very effective. But every so often a shot lands, and soon the gas tank slows, and when range, distance and mobility are suddenly playing a less role, the fight can become far more even. So far, most of Costa's finishes and best work come from forcing the opponent onto the cage. Izzy will surely know this and look to be aware of his positioning and ready to exit at all times if he feels Costa is starting to engage. Costa can take a page from his teammate Henry Cejudo in his game plan versus Dominic Cruz. He and his coach have prepared for 3 of the best movement-based fighters in the modern era in DJ, TJ and Cruz. Izzy is going to be ready for a hulking, aggressive Costa trying to pressure him, and he'll bring dedicated counters and plans for keeping himself out of Costa's danger zones. So adding some calf kicks onto his body and head kicks will be key for Costa, and we have seen him kicking the leg before. Robert Whittaker momentarily looked like he had a plan for the legs, pushing Izzy backwards and attacking the legs as he retreated. However, Izzy's counter-striking did not take long to find its range. Shutting down the movement of Izzy and using it against him is going to be far more successful than simply trying to run onto him and knock him out. And while that could work, it's not as good as an idea on paper for your championship fight. One of Costa's best shots is his left hook, which is the same shot Alex Pereira knocked Izzy out with, and it was also Kelvin's southpaw left high kick that caught Izzy off guard. If Costa can maintain a controlled aggression and attack Izzy's movement, he may have a much better shot at landing his left hook, although he will still need to exchange with Izzy, who may simply have the advantage in too many spaces. I hope you've enjoyed these videos on the matchup. No predictions from me, but I like the middleweight division right now, and I'm really excited for this fight. Thanks for watching.